Halo semuanya, balik lagi bareng Simpanse Gaming di sini. Kali ini aku bakal ngelanjutin main Thronebreaker lagi. Jadi ini harusnya adalah part 4 gitu. Setelah kita kemarin mengusir dari Nilfgaardian dan bertemu dengan troll, kita lanjutkan sekarang di sini. Oke, kita disorak-sorakin di sini. Kayaknya di sini bisa lah ya buat nambahin moral. Naikin moral bagus banget sih. Oke, ada misi di dekat sini ternyata. Ini ada resource. Sangat penting resource ini.
Meave stood surrounded by advisors, discussing. When all at once they heard a mighty thud.
Bloody hell!
They
Bloody
looked to see a
hell.
cavalryman who'd clearly fallen from his saddle. The men who'd witnessed the blunder began to jest. The medic's diagnosis.
This look be di poison ya.
In spite of his best efforts, the cavalryman breathed his last that very night.
Oke, ini ada yang mau meracuni atau apa itu? Oke, ada resource lagi di sini.
Where's Yanko? Twa dawn I sent him into the fields, but he's not returned.
Okay, model subject, my lady, the owner of mill has said the collection of his gold was strength tax, but he offered it to you for the betterment of the army. A model subject under the soul look to share the gold with our soldier, let the serve. Kita ini aja.
Horns sounded. Meave recognized them at once as those of the
Kita
Lyrian vanguard. She drew her sword and prepared to face the invader.
Skeleton Rider. Skeleton itu kayak region lain ya, kerajaan region lain gitu. Dan Skeleton tuh dia terkenal dengan apa ya, orang Northern itu Viking. Nah, optional element lipi gun mode-nya. Anjir 150 coba. Kita ngebunuhnya gimana ini? 150 tuh gede banget. Tapi optional ya, tapi tetap sulit juga sih menurut kalau 50 ya. Kayaknya ini bagus sih decoy, bisa kita nge-decoy ini biar aktif nanti ininya, aktif lagi gitu kan. Finish dulu. Ini kita lihat after one turn of start, force the highest unit to damage Lipai by its power, then Lipai damage that unit by its power. What? Mati dong kalau unit kita ya. Udah kita langsung mati dong. Itu yang damage-nya 150 loh.
Ariel's been chosen. The gods speak to him.
Gila ya.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Ini tapi kita buat ngebunuh si ini sih, ini paling gampang menangnya ya. Bikin lagi gini dulu. Ini bakal ngehit ke, nah pas ke temennya sendiri kan. Paling aman gitu sih. Triceratops. Nah, gue ingat banget sih Triceratops. Berarti kita main ini dulu aja sih. Biar ini ngehit ke sini dulu, nah kan.
We'll ransack your temples, wipe ourselves on your vestments. For blood!
Tuh, masih gede punyanya dia gitu, 6 kan. Waduh. Ya kita ya nanti yang mati ya. Oke, ini setiap ada yang kehit kan, whenever an enemy take
What is it?
push this unit by one gitu. Oke, bagus lah. Ya malah itu.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
You wanna pass, you gotta pay. Can't let you through elseways.
Give me a time.
Ya kita apa ya? Udah kita akan biar dia 9.
Warhawk devour ye!
Ini kita pindahin dulu. Pindahin nggak ya? Kita kalau main ini mati ya. Coba kita.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
Berapa sih whenever enemy take damage ya? Oke.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Aduh 11. Waduh, pada 11.
You've got stones, wench.
Got a bad case of roller's back.
Ini kita yang mati, itu kita ya. Balikin ini aja. Enter.
Sailed into troubled waters, mate.
Left, right, left, right.
Nice.
Give us all you got!
Nice. 11 ya.
Again and again and again.
Coba setelah the unit under bensu foreign. Bisa. Kita sini aja sih.
Not sure for what yet.
Kayak nggak bisa ya. Oke. Berarti kita mending jangan ngeluarin ini dulu ya.
Reynard, what the devil? Sea raiders here.
Langsung mati kalau ini. Mending apa ya? Bisa ini sih, gini. 18.
Ariel's been chosen.
Misi kita
The gods
mending
speak to him.
ngebunuh itu langsung ya. Ya kita ini dulu. Oke, berarti dihitung ya, kalau sama strength-nya dihitung dari health-nya ya. Oke, berarti punyanya musuhnya aja sih yang bakal kayak itu. Nah, kok punya kita? Oke, jadi dia nambah tapi sih. Oke, harusnya dia bakal yang kena yang 5 ya. Yang 6 ya berarti. Yang musuh. Oke, naik ke 7.
Ransack your temples! For blood!
Kita nurunin ini lagi aja dulu. Enter, harusnya ini bakal kayak itu, nice.
I promise you a quick death.
Apa ya? Medik. Kita coba ini dulu.
Obelisk to your command.
Oh ya, kita harus ngeluarin unit ya.
Can't take it anymore.
Oke, wah unit kita sih Arbales sih yang bakal
Got a
mati.
bad case of roll us back.
We gonna line deploy dan heal. Kita harus ngebunuh ini sih.
I'm a gonna say.
Trigger and ally deploy ability dan heal it. Jangan sampai bisa nge-heal. Oh ya.
What is it?
Oke.
You've got stones, wench.
Older Blackhand's taking on new swabbies. What do you say?
Udah saya. Kita ambil arbalis kita. Ini nggak cukup sih kayaknya.
One goal's all I need.
You wanna pass, you gotta pay. Can't let you through elseways.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Give me a time.
Oke, kesini harusnya kita ada ini. Tinggal. Oh, menang kita, pas, mantap mantap.
Mayhem. Yet the Queen's ordered
Oke,
disciplined
sini
force
well ya
won the day.
skipping.
Tiap.
Oke, dapat kartu baru lagi. This card has been added. Oke, punish the rider, turn the skill against Nilfgaard. Kayaknya
That we shall yet see, sir. We must know something first. What brings you this far inland? Your very
wah, kita
actions
memilih
do so.
evil ya.
You
Padahal kita
protect a land
ngebantu si
preoccupied,
Skellig
a
biar
land already
berpihak
at
pada
war with
kita gitu kan.
invaders. But I suppose it makes sense. You've ever feared to attack Imperials.
The Queen prodded gently.
What did you
Say, wench.
Gudmund had quickly turned red with rage.
I'll prove just how wrong you are, I will. Why? We'll be drinking mead from Nilfgaardian helmets for sundown. Follow me, lads!
Neve smiled as she watched the islanders gather their gear and prepare to march.
Oke, mereka ngebantu. Oh, moral kita jadi turun ya gara-gara itu tadi. Memilih evil kan. Langsung jadi biasa lagi. Gara-gara kita
Here the
tadi.
damage seems not so great.
It appears Nilfgaard's not yet turned its forces towards the capital. We're likely to encounter no more than pathfinders and foragers.
So I hope.
Oke. Oke, di sini kayaknya ada. Oh, udah nggak ada lagi. Ternyata kayaknya tadi ada ya tanda tanya gitu kan. Kita buka fast travel dulu. Oh, di bawahnya lagi. Oke, kayaknya kita langsung lanjut aja ke sini.
The Nilfgaardian garrison commanders, based upon which they were to announce general musters. She'd hoped that by the
Okay,
time she
for
reached
the-
Krydam, fresh
Here, menurut
recruits would be waiting to join her growing force. Alas, the commander of this fort, one Sergeant Griggs,
Oh, kita kayaknya kekurangan prajurit ya,
I've not
karena
been noticed among the
mereka
walls even.
nggak
The call to
nggak
arms
percaya kalau kita
brings
bakal
few-
menang gitu. Over, make a speech aja lah ya. Atau ini, kayaknya ini.
Since love of country seems insufficient motivation,
Meave said, standing up from behind the table.
we must make coins speak. Sergeant, announce that all new recruits will receive twice the usual soldier's pay.
Oke, kita udah
Stirs a soldier's soul quite.
milih. Pintar. Kita bakal kekurangan gold enggak ya? Ini harusnya enggak lah ya. Kelamaan ya. Udah kasih jalan keluar itu memang uang sebagai jalan keluar. Di atas ada puzzle, kayaknya seru ini. Kita coba ke puzzle. Dan biasanya puzzle tuh dapetin kartu, dan kartu itu menurutku waduh, golem sekarang kita ketemu golem gantian ya. Mantap. Puzzle. Limit all foes. Oke. Kita suruh ngebunuh semua lawan. If there are 3 or more copies of this unit, combine them into a laser dao that we spawn. Tuh, waduh, ada dead wish-nya ya. Berarti kita gini dulu aja.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Ballista, your command.
Terus harusnya sama ini ya, langsung digini lagi semuanya. Oh, kalau gini gampang sih, tinggal matiin. If there are 3 more lasers, then combine them into that wish. Waduh, ini udah. Oh. Bentar, restrain karena target bos.
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
Nggak bisa ini. Oke, berarti kita mainin ini dulu. Oke. Kita menanginnya berarti, aduh kok salah, kok gue pas sih, gimana sih, aneh dasar. Ini dulu kan. Terus ini dulu sih buat ngaktifin ini satu aja.
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
Oke.
Give me a time.
Kan jadi, iya. Terus kita mainin ini dulu.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Maybe kita mainin ini.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
Ballista, your command.
Coba kalau dihancur itu dia jadi apa sih? Oh, kita berarti harus bikin dia jadi DAO ya. After 2 turn on the start.
Oh, be ashamed to let this booty go voice.
Atau even chat with the depleted order.
My ballista, your command.
Oke, gini.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Bentar, gini caranya. Kita pindahin dulu. Kita mainin ini kan.
We must trust each other.
Jadi kita mainin ini.
I'm a boss.
Ya, langsung kita bunuh. Ini udah jadi down. Kan bisa kan? Nice. Oke, nice, akhirnya ya bisa ya. Oh, dapat Morana Runestone. Gue kira bakal lawan Golden loh. Kita lihat dulu kartu-kartunya apa aja sih yang baru. Oh, heal all allies and boost them by 2. Tadi ini yang baru nih, kemarin gue dapetin. Ini juga boost to the lowest ally by the power of the highest ally. Bagus juga sih itu. Create bronze card, restrain, transform a damage unit into a bear. Bear tuh anjir. Wah, ini mantap sih. Tapi kita nggak punya damage unit ya di sini. Terus ini boost allies by 2 and damage enemies by 2. Ini restrain forager. Oke, udah itu aja sih yang baru. Oke, kita lihat dulu. Oh, di bawah ada, di sini ada. Oke, kita ngeliatin jalan aja lah. Waduh, ada. Apa ini?
A contract.
Contract? Kayaknya kalau di start ya keluar. Oke, buat narikin moral, nice. Di sini ada itu. Ini kita bisa naikin speednya si ini deh, si Mif-nya deh. Coba kita ke workshop dulu. Nah ini increase movement. Ini apa sih? Can recruit. Ini belum kebuka ya. Kayaknya ini sih lumayan lah ya. Biar larinya biar kencang gitu. Udah lumayan kencang ini. Walaupun cuma 5% tetap kerasa dong. Wah, ada naga lagi tuh di situ. Dragon. Kita di sini, tandanya di situ, tandanya di situ. Ini di bawah sini, kayaknya kita ke atas dulu, biar urut. Terus ke atasnya lewat sini. Ada resource di sini. Oke, very well. Pay what he asks. Oke, kita pay aja lah ya. Di mana ini? Map font, ada kapaknya.
As Meave and company traversed the ruddy meadows, strident voices reached their ears.
I beg your pardon. I've heard enough. A duel. I challenge you to a duel.
A duel? Nonsense. I'd sooner lay you across my lap and give your ass a thorough flailing, you scoundrel.
The Queen approached the arguing parties. Two nobles, Lords Cartwright, upon spotting Meave, the lords lowered their voices, though she faced the not at all.
Ini bertengkar ya. Light Cartwright keep the orchard. Bentar, kita harus baca dulu sini. Ini tergantung moralnya nanti, kayak berefek ke moralnya. No doubt I will find the Cartwright there in the right here as regret the title to the land. Yet your grace must consider the Mansfield have ever served the crown and never delayed payment tribute. Whereas the Cartwright and the well, the Catalan who own the royal treasury many thousand. Kita to be divided aja ya.
You've both burdens on your conscience,
said the Queen.
And I've neither the time nor the inclination to ascertain who started this feud. You will split the orchard in two. Make do with half a piece.
Oke, bentar. Oke.
You bloated ass bladder. We'd have managed it ourselves, I told you. But no, judgment. You had to have judgment. You demanded it.
Kita diomelin ya. Mereka katanya bisa ngurus sendiri ya. Kalau nggak ada kita, mereka bakal bisa ngurusin gitu. Padahal kalau nggak ada kita mesti nggak bakal jadi setengah kan itu. Oh, oke. Oh, ini treasure-nya ya ternyata. Seperti yang ada di map font tadi kan. Kalau mereka nggak ada kita kan tadi mesti bakal nggak adil tuh mesti kan. Tapi malah kita dimarahin ya. Ya sudah ya. Yang pasti nggak bakal bisa untuk menjadi baik gitu kalau adil. Pasti ada yang suka, ada yang nggak suka. Kita tadi ada resource di situ ya. Gimana ngambilnya ya? Bentar. Harus ngambil resource itu. Duit kita cuma sedikit. Oke, dapat Dimetrium Bomb. Bentar, jangan-jangan sini. Tapi jauh banget ya muternya ya. Gak bisa. Wah, ini ternyata. Astaga. Nah, tertutup soalnya ya. Tertutup oleh pepohonan. Kan lumayan. Jadi itu kita dapetin kartu sesuai itu ya, sesuai perjalanan kita bermain game, tergantung progres kita sih sama nyelesain puzzle atau set quest yang lainnya gitu. Tadi di bawah sini harusnya ya, ada apa ini?
On their way to the capital, Meave and company happened one fine day upon a lone run.
Identify yourself, sir.
Oh, ini kan bukannya tadi icon yang kita dapat ya? Identify yourself, sir, and your intent. Oh, namanya Ache of Denel.
And my design I never conceal. The good book says the world is a garden which the gods once conferred upon man. And we men have this garden neglected. I have sworn ne'er to rest until the day when, with the gods' help, I have rid.
Who do we spy? A knight errant?
Just as likely a madman.
Oh, goes your horn.
The care you show for my folk I greatly appreciate, Sir Ache of Denel. Godspeed.
And to you, Your Majesty.
Okay. Ache of Denelnya udah hilang dia. Entah kemana. Kasihan ya, ini kayak diserang ya, diserang dragon kah tadi, yang, naga yang tadi kah, atau sama apa? Wah, kayaknya di sini tiba-tiba ntar ini nih. Oh enggak, gue kira bakal ada apa gitu kan. Ternyata nggak ada sama sekali. Oke. Adalah resource lagi di bawah sini. Ini kita ke puzzle land dragon dulu dah. Lumayan kalau dapet kartu atau resource gitu kan. Tuh, oke, ini udah pas jalannya. Wah, di bawah ada camp juga tuh. Kayaknya camp Skellig ya, Skellige. Yang Viking itu. Kita coba. Kayaknya ya sih.
One of them golden sons.
Oh iya. Tapi mereka udah jadi teman kita kayaknya. Sini mau ngebantu buat camp rule, no pissing in the fire, no sitting next to the tent, no shouting at dawn. Iya sih. Itu hal-hal paling menyebalkan ya. Kayak pipis di tempat api unggun, terus nggak boleh di deket tenda, terus yang terakhir nggak boleh teriak pas pagi-pagi gitu. Siapa nih ya? Mesti kalian ada salah satu dari kalian jadi toxic kayak gitu kan. Oh, puzzle-nya ternyata di atas ya, yang dragonnya ya. Harus balik lagi kita. Oke lah, abis ini kita balik lagi. Kita coba kesini dulu. Kita ini aja sih, daripada berbayar, uang kita juga tipis. Oke, dapat kartu lagi di sini. Oke, kita coba balik dulu buat nyelesain puzzle ya. Bukan di sini jalannya berarti, lewat sini. Kita mau melawan naga. Melawan naga lah. Kok hilang? Oh, ke atasan dikit. Oh, ini naganya. Nice. Kill the wyvern ternyata, bukan naga ya. If there are no cow left, close the battle. Oh, terus kita harus nyelamatin. Oke, berarti kayak ceritanya tuh wyvernnya tuh nyerang itu ya, penduduk kandangnya penduduk desa gitu. Jadi kita harus ngelindungin sapinya ini. Bentar, kita harus lihat dulu sih ini apa sih. Every to turn on turn start consume a random cow. Oke. Kita harus ngebunuh, berarti kita pakai ini sih. Ini biasa. Ini dulu. Kali ya kita harus nyelamatin yang depan ya, yang paling depan sih yang bisa kita selamatin. Oke.
Give me a time.
Kita pindahin dulu. Nanti kan kalau mainin Renat Odo, harusnya kan ini like inventory-nya bakal balik lagi tuh ordernya.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
Wah, easy banget ya kalau puzzle kayak gini doang. Kalau puzzle-nya kayak gitu doang mah easy. Tapi lumayan lah, banyak lah. Nambah 200 kan koin kita. Oke, kita balik lagi ke jalur yang tadi, yang di bawah. Oke, moral kita belum hilang. Ini kayaknya nanti cocok moralnya buat nanti yang di misi akhir itu.
What's a folk moving about of late?
Oke. Ya ada resource
One
sekali.
evening,
Oke.
soldiers brought before Meave the elf she had saved from a lynching. It seemed he had been the fiend who had poisoned the water barrels from which several soldiers had drunk, then suffered and died.
Yes, I did it. And I regret it not one bit.
Seethed the elf.
Nilfgaardian, Temerian, some brute from Lyria, you Dwan are all alike. I detest you. All of you, your filth for what you wrought with my brethren. I'm proud. I am that even a few of your kind perished at my hand. Hail and Shay.
Meave pursed her lips and...
I should drag you to the capital. Hang you high in the mark.
Waduh, dibunuh ya.
Welcome you home, Your Majesty.
Kita udah balik ke tempat kita sendiri. Kastil kita sendiri ternyata.
Home at last, Your Grace.
Mantap. Gede banget ya.
Enjoy it long, I fear. Soon we must face the black clads in
Total
the
time spent 4 hour, quest completed 13, puzzle completed 7, standard battle 1 4, golden chest found. Waduh. Golden chest found-nya itu ya masih kurang ya. Udahlah kita ituin aja dulu lah. Kita continue aja dulu.
Meave had ridden out of Lyria in early spring, her retinue modest, as none larger was needed. Meave and Willem rode side by side past the cheering throngs.
Oke, kita lewat di cheering ya. Iya sana.
Welcome home, mother.
Seorang ratu.
Content I am to see you, to be sure.
Ini anak kita ternyata. Welcome home, mother.
And I'm happy to see you. Though I dare say I'd have been much happier to witness you leading an army towards Dravograd. Willem, I trusted you. Left the realm in your care.
Indeed. And I, in turn, did my utmost to choose the best course for...
Willem, don't be so damned courtly. There's no one else here. My son. Nilfgaard has invaded.
Kayaknya anaknya tuh belum becus gitu ya ngurusin negara sebesar
When rulers grab their swords and shields and ride out to defend their subjects.
You didn't let me finish.
Oke, kita kasih kesempatan buat anak kita buat ngomong di sini. Very well, say your point.
All right. Say what you wanted to, please.
I feared I'd be hasty, mother, and I didn't want to be. When we got word of the invasion, the lords convened at the castle. They demanded I hear them out. They wanted to give me counsel. If I'd rushed into the field to confront the foe, I'd have been half blind to the situation, not known all the options I had at my disposal.
Oke, si anak ini ngasih alasan
all the
gitu.
options. Yet he must decide and act nonetheless. I need to prepare. I'll see you at the Council of Peers.
And indeed she did, when the peers convened in the throne room. Surrounded by animal hides and Zerrikanian tapestries, the Lord stood in tense silence, awaiting the queen.
Firasat-firasat buruk.
When her figure filled the doorway, they fawningly prostrated themselves.
We've myriad matters to resolve, so I trust you're well rested. Whatever the case, I've no doubt we shall meet the dawn afore we're done. Firstly, we must ask assistance.
Your Grace. Mother. The peers and I, we've come to propose another solution.
Yes.
Kasih solution.
We wish to acknowledge Nilfgaard's authority, pledge fealty to the Emperor.
Kita disuruh menyerah ya.
I beg your pardon.
The Blackclad.
You will not lecture me about Nilfgaard's army, my son. All you know of them you garnered from colored renderings, whereas I...
Kayaknya ini udah mulai pertengkaran ya antara anak dan ibu ya.
But your grace, the losses.
Nekram pengen dari yang Mif-nya pengen nantang Night Guardian, sedangkan yang Caldwell dan anaknya tuh pengennya patuh aja ya, biar nggak ada peperangan ya. Karena kalau dipikir-pikir dari berdua ini kita bilangnya nggak bakal bisa menang gitu.
Nay, never. Understood, Caldwell. Not ever.
Kan
hope to persuade you.
Udah bilang kan.
Nonetheless, the die's been cast.
Ada berfirasat buruk gitu.
Our noble lords stand with me.
The blood left Maeve's face. She had realized her son, who had ever professed to detest politics and shirked his duties as crown prince, had just stabbed her in the back.
Kasihan ya, ibunya ditahan sekarang ya.
What is this? Treason to my eyes. The gallows is what awaits you.
Wah, ibu.
Rules Lyria now. And should you not acquiesce and approve the accord, I fear only you, milady, shall have the pleasure to meet the hangman.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Caldwell. My mother will not be harmed.
Kayaknya Caldwell-nya nih jahat ya. Dia temennya Night Guardian kayaknya.
You err deeply, my son.
Kayaknya mulai panas ini.
Gilded armor she had traded for a simple robe, a courtly retinue for a swarm of rats. She was the very pig.
Okay, this card has been, waduh, has been removed from your army, Wagenberg-nya. Nah, kita harus mencari combo lain kalau kayak gini. Rivian Pac-Man-nya juga, Warwagonnya juga, Iriana Arbales juga, Regiment Drummer-nya juga.
Have I come at a bad time?
Demons take you, Caldwell. You've long been at this scheme, haven't you? You left the strays of Sparla to roam the realm, to forage, so that I would have to look to them. And thus gained your cohorts the time they need.
You've seen through it all, that's clear. After the fact.
Okay, Caldwell ini itu ya, busuk ya dia ya.
You turned him.
The boy's not fit to wear the crown. Hasn't sufficient wit nor valor. I know this. You know this. Just... he knows it not. Willem fancied himself a statesman.
You'll have neither my blessing nor congratulations. Sorry to disappoint you.
I seek neither. I've come for another reason. To bid you adieu. Willem does not seek your death. Does not even fathom it, as you well know. Moreover, his resolve will wilt in time, and he'll wish to free you.
Okay, so come the morn when you taking right out the plates filthy for the general die, you shall use your bed line to hang yourself. Wah, anjir.
I see. You wish to see me bow before you, lie prostrate, beg you for mercy, plough yourself with a pike, Caldwell. And you needn't send your thugs. I'll not falter nor hesitate.
Adieu, your grace. And use your last evening wisely.
Kayaknya si dari Caldwell tuh pengen ngebunuh si Maeve-nya, biar kayaknya tuh legit gitu ya kekuasaannya nantinya.
Despair, yet bit her lip to mute any weeping. Morning arrived with the sound of footsteps in the corridor.
Ini ketemu siapa ya? Jangan-jangan ketemu.
Stood in the center of her cell. She was prepared for anything.
The Duke of Dogs.
Oh, ketemu Duke of Dogs ya.
Titles seem senseless under the circumstances, don't you think? Let's forgo them. I'm Gascon.
Has Caldwell sent you? To kill me?
No, how shall I put this?
Kayaknya kita malah berteman dengan si Gascon ini ya.
Yours truly and the strays. Now, I'm hardly vindictive. First to forgive, in fact. Take your threat to send me to the gallows. Forgotten already. Yet being played for a fool, I cannot abide. So when the strays freed me, I knew what I'd do to spite the Count before I disappeared. You've got to request it of me, my lady.
Okay, in this case, please free me. Oke lah, kita ini aja lah ya.
For my realm, I will do this, and much, much more. Even bow for a brigand. Thus I beg you, Gascon, Duke of Dogs, grant me my freedom.
Ha! Incredible! I've lived to see someone grovel. You are free.
I'm grateful. Now please let
Okay.
me pass. I must get to the city jail at once.
Would you look at this woman? Free her from one prison, she flies off to the next.
They hold Reynard there. And if I've any allies
Oke, kita bakal ngecari Reynard. Soalnya kan dia belum berkhianat kan?
Old milady, unarmed, alone.
Have I any other option?
In a sense.
Oke, tapi jangan-jangan kita pakai pasukannya si Gascon ya nanti, kartu-kartunya.
The Queen took Gascon up on his offer. Then she, Gascon, and the strays snuck through the city to its dungeon. Reynard had not wavered for a moment.
Oke, kita ketemu Reynardnya ya.
Never the slouch. Yet in leaving the jail, the company ran into trouble.
Oke, beneran ini mulai. Kita pakai pasukannya siapa ini? Find an escape route. When an escape route is found, gain more point than your opponent with return. Oke, story battle ini. Hunting the Queen ya.
Gascon? Bloody hell, where'd he get
Either an escape route of a city of ruin.
Your Grace, we must make haste. Caldwell's roused the whole city by now.
Choose dark alley to escape down. Kita coba milih. Wah, ternyata ini ya. Isinya adalah orang. Boost self an ally by 4 and give it armor, then trigger all allies ability loyal.
Don't like this.
Kayaknya kita harus bisa milih di sini. Waduh.
Should have listened to me old lady.
Cursed traitors.
Ya Pak, deploy clear all raw effect from your set. After return on the start, draw the top card. Oh. Please dong, ayo dong, cari escape route ya. Jalan untuk, waduh, isinya gituan lagi. Oke, kita dibantu oleh Gascon beneran kan di sini. Nice. Oke, Gascon ini pasukannya Gascon. Deploy move trick to the other row on their set. If anywhere unit they make. Kita lihat deploy mark a unit every turn on turn start. They make it by 1. When the mark unit is destroyed, mark another random enemy. Oke, kita enter dulu di sini apa? Every turn on turn start do one treat at random enemy by 2. Nomor 2 boost a random ally by 2, move a random enemy to the opposite row. Kalau ini apa? Deploy set on fire. Kayaknya kita set on fire dulu lah ya. Ini kita bisa, moga aja nih dapat escape route lagi. Wah,
Don't like this.
Oke, di clear row ini ya sama si ini.
What guarantee do we have that they won't stab us in the back?
Oh ini apa? Deploy damage a unit by 5 if it's on a row fire. Deploy move 3 cut to the other row. Oke, kita coba ini. Kita coba Reynard lagi, semoga aja dapat. Anjir, nggak dapat dong.
Left, right.
Aduh, ini ngeboost terus ya si Gasconnya ya. Parah sih Gasconnya ini. Malah ngebantu. Oke. Ya sampai akhir kita nggak bakal bisa deh. Setup ini biar bisa ngehit terus si stray cavalry-nya. Wah, apa ini? Damage enemy, damage.
Every rib's a thief.
Damage an enemy and all enemies with the same power by one. Waduh.
I'm a monster.
Oke, kita ngeluarin ini aja biar dia bisa ngehit kan. Oke, kita pakai ini dulu aja.
As you wish, my lady.
Wah, anjir. Set on fire lah ya, kita harus set on fire dulu. Akhirnya, tapi kita harus, aduh, harus itu ya, lebih gede ya, dalam 3 round ya. Gimana ini caranya ini? Kita ini dulu berarti 5 damage sini. Oke, kita naikin ini. Aduh, tipis banget anjir. Oke. If anywhere unit, oke ini kita pindahin ke sana yang ke apinya kan. Seperti ini, mana yang nggak ada itunya. Oke, menang, nice. Akhirnya bisa lolos.
I thank you, Gascon. You and your men for your aid.
'Tis now, my lady. Strays never
say no to proper brawl.
No brawl this was. Sun rising against Mother. Lyrian striking at Lyrian. I fear a blood war's begun.
Come now. Seems to me the war's ended. Your realm's lost to Nilfgaard. You've no army to speak of.
Then I shall assemble a new one.
Wah, kita bakal ngebuat lagi ya, assemble new one ya. Wah, ini ceritanya masih lama berarti harusnya sih.
You're mad. How will you find the men? Riding from hamlet to hamlet, speaking from atop a crate?
No. I shall find them in Edern. I've a favour to call in with King Demavend, and I'll sway volunteers to my cause on the way.
Well, you've your first willing warriors already.
How so?
We've nothing left in Lyria.
Compromise
Coldwell sure to set a price on our heads, and Nilfgaardians roam the land in numbers. Besides, I'll be right tickled to see proud Queen Meve fighting elbow to elbow with a bandit she'd wish to hang just a half day afore.
Well, it is said my foe's foe is my friend.
My foe's foe is my friend.
And I'd be a fool to turn down assistance now. No.
Oke, bener kita dapat Gascon di sini. Dapat Stray Slinger. Jadi kita udah kombonya udah beda ini, tambah makin seru ini ya. Oke, udah dapat Alchemist.
Very high-minded of you, my lady.
Lyria was hers no more. Meve now had to flee her capital and realm as quickly as she could. Wont to travel the city streets in a gilded carriage, the Queen now saw them from a slightly different vantage point.
Is this the only way? Are you quite certain? The Queen
is a common fugitive now, so she'd do better to pinch her nose and whinge not at all.
At long last, Meve reached the gate. Yet this she found shut tight, locked and guarded.
Gods be damned.
Easy, you
Seru ya,
guys.
kayaknya.
Nothing we can't solve with a quiver full of quarrels.
Jadi ini udah sampai ke gerbang pintu keluar, tapi dijagain banyak orang gitu.
Gascon's raiders were poised to loose their boats, but were thwarted when the Queen stepped out in front of them.
Wah, sang ratunya langsung keluar di jalan.
I've orders to arrest your grace.
Kaget ya penjaganya.
Place me in irons then.
Please understand, I haven't a
Ya,
choice.
tapi kasihan ya, nggak punya pilihan ya, kan ngikutin atasan yang terbaru gitu. Caldwell kan.
The captain's head dropped. His cheeks burned crimson.
Go, Your Grace. Flee now.
Oh, kayak dibantuin sama penjaganya.
I'm no fugitive.
I am Queen Robert,
robbed of a rightful crown. And though I may need to venture to the world's end before I return, I shall have it back.
Ya, ini baru mulai ya, baru part 4 kita baru mulai akhirnya konfliknya. Kelihatan ada apa gitu kan. Never give up, never surrender. Mantap, dari achievementnya dari Steam-nya gitu ya. Never give up, never surrender.
Having fled Lyria, Queen Meve ventured into Edir, her old friend Reynard and new ally Gascon at her side. The war had bitten into this land too. Still, Meve hoped to sway King Demoven to her cause, and with his aid, to oust the traitors, retake her throne, and
kita jadi tujuan utama kita bakal nge-retake
Yet to start, she was forced to fight.
Nilfgaard-nya ya.
Emerging from a
Nilfgaard apa?
retinue.
Kerajaannya kita sendiri gitu. Oke, gue naikin biar kalian bisa nonton gitu.
Among the latter, the queen spotted a woman, a proud warrior with a striking, thick black braid.
The lass I believe I know.
Well, unless we rush to her rescue, it'll soon be you knew her.
Ya, kita bakal nge-rescue ini ya.
Well said. Lyrians, attack!
Kita ketemu elf kayaknya di sini. Ini kalau kita nyelamatin ini kayaknya kita bakal dapet sih ini harusnya. Kayak kartu-kartu barunya kita nggak tahu sih ini. Apa ini? Spying, restrain. After to turn on the start boost by the power of the unit on the right then move to the opponent side. Oke, ini kita bisa nge-steal ya. Ini kita buang dulu aja sih. Kita head card dulu. Oke, ini boleh sih. Kayaknya begini. Isi kita apa sih? Eliminate the societal executioner. Do not die. After 5 turn on start, destroy black. Oke. Kita harus hancurin dia dulu ya. Berarti make set on fire tentunya. Tapi set on fire atau ini? Kalau nunggu gini kelamaan kayaknya menurut gua. If in on the battlefield and bisa by if in hand, deck on or on the battlefield. Oke, jadi setiap kita nge-remove kartu ini bakal strengthen ya, bakal nambah 1 terus gitu. Ini ordernya damage an enemy unit and all other enemies with the same. Harusnya gini berarti ya. Kita aktifin ini dulu. Terus kita set on fire sih.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Oh, salah. Ini kita mindahin ini. Oke, gini. Udah gitu doang, gampang.
The Scoia'tael warriors shocked the queen with their speed, their cunning,
and
their cruelty.
1,000 thanks, Your Grace. Heard many tales of your valor. Pleased to see there weren't just flattery and propaganda.
I'm siapa ini namanya? I'm Rayla.
Black Rayla. Haga, we saw you there. You command King Demoven's special forces.
That's right. Though not many remain to command.
Oke, ketemu sama kaptennya Demoven sih.
So I see. How did it come to this?
My liege sent me to wipe out a Scoia'tael band, led by a rat called Eldane. Followed the vermin's tracks for several days, straight into his trap.
Oh, kena trap ternyata si Rayla ini.
Hunting elves in the woods.
Hunting elf ya. Terlalu inspired, I must say. Diejek sama Gascon ya. Sarkas ya, kayak apa namanya? Ngeburu elf di hutan. Sangat terinspirasi gitu katanya.
Had no choice. Doing nothing would have brought us surer, swifter doom. The Black Clad have invaded Edirne, thanks to Elven aid.
You mean to say Nilfgaard's broken your defenses?
Aye. Though their marshals
Oke,
seem wrong,
sama-sama
believe me.
sama-sama
To advance, they'll
kena
have to take Rosberg,
serangan dari
a
Nilfgaard
stronghold
juga.
that's yet to fall once.
I do not share your kita ini ya.
While Edirne stands, the north is not yet lost.
I'll convey your grace's words to the king at the first occasion.
I'd rather hope to convey them myself.
I
have come to Edirne seeking aid. I wish to ask Demavend for support.
The king is in Rosberg, overseeing siege preparation.
Oke, kita dapat Black Rayla di sini.
Excellent. Guide off.
Oke, kayaknya sampai di sini dulu aja part 1, 2, 3, 4-nya. Kita bertemu lagi di next part, kayaknya makin seru ya. Setelah di part ini kita dapat dikhianati oleh anak kita sendiri dan si Caldwell gitu kan. Terus kita mencoba mencari bantuan. Ini tujuannya kita bakal mencari bantuan ke Demavend atau apa gitu kalau nggak salah ngucap aku. Gitu. Dan kita dapat kartu-kartu baru juga di sini. Kita lihat dulu kartu-kartunya lah ya. Oh, ada ini baru ternyata training ground baru. Nah, kita lihat di sini. Kartu-kartu di sini kita baru udah ada Gascon, ada Stray Slinger. Sekarang kita metanya jadi ke damage ya. Wah, ini ngeri sih, set unit power equal to the unit on each left ya. Tapi provisionnya masih kecil banget. Oh, lebih ternyata. Harusnya nggak bisa ya. Karena oh, ini praktis ya dengan AI ternyata. Berarti kayaknya harusnya kita ganti sih. Provisionnya kayaknya lebih 155 tuh lebih harusnya. Oke, kita lihat komentar isinya apa lagi. Udah baru semua ya. Increase recruit cap. Increase recruit cap tuh. Oh, ini bisa dinaikin ternyata ya. Tapi harus kesini dulu ya. Nanti capnya bisa dinaikin ke 150 ke 200. Penting sih itu menurut gua. Ini dapat apa aja nih? Oke, ini kayaknya makin seru ini nih. Gua nggak sabar untuk ngamatin lagi, tapi part 4 sampai di sini aja. Makasih yang udah nonton, tetap jaga kesehatan kalian dan selamat untuk yang sedang berpuasa ataupun yang nonton ini sambil mau berbuka gitu kan, karena ini kan pas hari puasa gitu. Sampai jumpa di video selanjutnya. Bye bye.